Well, good morning. It's still good morning. Good afternoon. I think it's just past 12.
Nice.
And Anton surprised me with a package. And a package from Littlefoot in what's it,
Swak op
Swakopmund.
mond, ja.
Swakopmund is always one of, it's something that I've asked for a while. And I have. And I think it was just the opportune time, and Anton saw it and he decided to buy it. So first of, well, my seed packets came wet, but yeah. I was at first a little sad because I've been waiting for the seed for so long, and then it was wet, but on the inside it's dry. I already put it in
Containers.
containers. So kohlrabi is something I've been waiting for years, and celery. All my celery died 2 years ago.
Mm.
So and it's not something we can get here in the north. We can't buy
Celery seed in the north.
celery seed in the north. We can't buy kohlrabi seed in the north. We can't buy kirchof seed in the north. And I prefer Mayvert, 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 or kirchof. I think all my seed I'm buying these days is mainly kirchof. My flower seed, my veggie seed. A lot of my veggie seed is stockish, but I want in my garden some interesting vegetables. Like I love brandywine tomatoes, and love the raw range. I don't know how you put it. The raw seeds. It's open pollinated, and it is the older varieties,
Heirloom varieties.
heirloom varieties, and it's just got different taste to the tomatoes Anton grows in the fields. It's um, slices, like big brandywines, usually grow big for us, and we love it. It's a nice meaty tomato, and yeah. So there's a lot of seeds I would like to have, but seed is very expensive these days. So and then courier, so add to that. But yeah, I'm very excited and I'm very grateful that my husband knows my heart. Just like God knows my heart, Anton also knows my heart. He listens. And then Lysianthus. I've been wanting Lysianthus since I wanted to start a flower farm. But it's only the first time this year that there's white and pink. I don't like the blue. Maybe there's something wrong with me, but everything in my garden is pink or purple or blue or white or yellow. There's no blues. I don't even particularly like orange in my garden or red. So, and then the Adamsvee. Now, this fig is a small red fig. That's still very green. And it's used for drying and preserving. And that's why I specifically want it for drying. We like dried fruit. So, you know, one day when I can make a charcuterie board with our own meats, it would be nice to have my own dried fruits as well. And this is just I do have a fig, a white fig, just a normal white fig. I think I bought it from a nursery, a state nursery. I don't know, what do you call it?
Oh, state nursery.
State nursery. Usually I buy from Jeremiah in Otapi, or I buy in Ongodiva
Mm.
nursery. Bought my grapes also in Ongodiva nursery. Their prices are usually $40. It used to be $10 for three, but now it's gone up to $40, which is fine. It's still a good price. obviously this tree isn't $40 or $10. This is um,
But more.
a bit more. Uh, but not just that, it's a speciality tree that I want. And now that I've got all the trees that I can get in the area that grows easy, that is for our climate, I can start now. Every time we have some extra money, buy a tree that is a like to have. Like we want avos now and citrus, um, like pomelo, grapefruit. We want oranges. There's a blood orange tree, but I don't know if it will be bloody. It will be red for us because it's not cold enough. They need cold. And then I want to try a pecan tree, and yeah, there's a whole lot of trees that we still want to try, and I'm grateful. I'm so grateful for this tree. I think I've been asking for this tree for how long?
Oh.
3 years?
Mm.
It's not that we didn't have money always, it's just that they weren't available always. And then you need to wait when they are available for money. But thank you, Anton. Thank you for knowing my heart and spoiling me with gifts.
It's a pleasure. And to all the new subscribers.
Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers.
Yes, yes.
I just want to say sorry, we are not professional vloggers.
No, we're not. And we haven't posted the schedule of the vlogs is a bit behind actually. We've actually struggled with the internet for a little bit. So uploading the vlogs.
Yeah, we didn't have Wi-Fi.
Yeah, we actually didn't have any internet or Wi-Fi for a while. We did have, but it was so slow. I think we had 0.01 megabytes per second uploading speed. So
Basically telecom in Namibia, because we live in Namibia, not in South Africa.
yes.
So basically telecom Namibia doesn't have the capacity to run all the new clients. So
So they are actually busy upgrading the systems and sorting it out. I've actually spoken to one of the regional managers about it. He knows who he is. So if he does watch the video,
I don't know if he will, but
or if anybody else watches it, they can contact me and ask me who he is. But he has actually informed me that they are busy upgrading the system. That's why they
for those in northern Namibia, in our area, if you live here, you know where we live.
So, but yes, but that's the reason why we've actually been struggling with the videos, and they're so a little bit behind. We'll start now, hopefully. At this point in time, the internet is not too bad, so we'll hopefully start uploading videos now more frequently again for you guys.
Yeah, because I am ahead of the game.
You are actually. Yes.
Anyway, so I wanted to share with you today. Anton bought me a gift, a big surprise, and I'm gonna turn the screen around now and show them. I sowed my seeds, so yeah, kohlrabi and celery, and then yeah, I'm trying garlic chives again. The garlic.
Yeah. And then I bought you Adam's fig.
My Adam's fig. And my little aunt is Anton will bring me my black pot from Fortress tomorrow.
Yes, hopefully tomorrow.
Hopefully tomorrow. Anton wants to go build the. Well, you tell him.
Yeah, I actually want to go to Fortress to finish the foundation for the cottage office that we have there.
Which we will be living in.
Yeah, we'll use that to live in with a stoop section of the house, which will be storage for the time being. And then as we continue building the rest of the house, then we can move the storage and all those sort of things. But yeah, it's should hopefully, if all goes to plan, within the next year we will actually be able to have the house finished, the stores finished, the cottage finished, everything.
We're just praying for good harvest.
As long as the harvest continues to be good, then yes, that should actually be fine.
Yeah. So I've been playing with this today, and our flamboyant tree. It actually
from
seed. It's growing, and I've been looking for flamboyant trees, and and I made Anton some succulent arrangements just because we had to have something positive for that day. It was not a good day. Anyway, we are expecting rain again. So I'm struggling right now. As you all know, I'm allergic to grass. Very allergic, so if it touches me, I get a rash and my chest closes up. So what do we want to show them first? Do we want to show them our veggie garden?
We can show them a little bit of
Well,
the veggie garden.
I'll show you like this. I've been eating my own beans. So yeah, it's going. Not too big this year. And then yeah, I've got sweet corn coming in. It's a low growing sweet corn, it's not a high one. I think it's a short day one. And then yeah, the guys need to clean here again. But it's, like I said, not too big this year because I'm actually hoping that we move in a few weeks, months.
Yeah.
Should I say weeks or should I say months?
Let's say months. It will take probably about 2-3 months to finish the cottage.
Yeah. Well, Manuel said he can build it in a week if we have the bricks, but we don't have the money for the cement right now. But if we can get the bricks together that we do have, and build what we do have, it will already make a big difference. And then as soon as we start harvesting, Anton can buy a pallet of cement. I don't even know how they would deliver it right now if you had to buy it right now. I don't know. She's just a happy puppy. Oh, zoomies.
Yeah,
Zoomies.
So the tomatoes are looking great. We do have a bit of blossom end rot problems or issues. But that was from where we think or suspect it's from all the rain we had.
Look at how it's raining in Angola right now.
Now the thing is about that rain, it actually started that side. So it's moving.
So it's come from the west. So here they say when the rain season comes from the east.
Yeah. Our first rain normally comes from the west. And then 1 or 2 storms comes from the west, and then our last rain also normally comes from the west.
Yeah.
But most of the times then it comes from the east.
Yeah.
The rest of the time.
Yeah, usually it makes a circle around us. Yeah, it's looking very lush here. We're hoping for Iobi to fix our brand new brush cutter. And as soon as they have that repaired,
there is a small watermelon. It looks fine. Doesn't look like it's sick or anything. There's 2 there. And I'm going to show you another.
You have a big one, I think, over there.
I think there's a big one, but there's another.
So we haven't. That one is not gonna do very well. There's a nice one.
There's a nice big one. There's another one. So we've got a few watermelons growing here.
You just need to give my phone a moment because it can't focus that fast.
See, this is not a problem from the rain.
Well, you haven't told them about the rain.
No, not yet. We've had in about 2 days' time we had 157 millimeters of rain.
And it hasn't really stopped since then.
And it hasn't really stopped, so we've continuously had
our lands were, well, flooded for that 36 hours. But we do have drainage.
Near man Phoenix, eh?
Hey! And some gem squash.
I'm looking for, there's the gem squash that I'm looking for. There's the big one.
Yeah, so we had plants die, and I've made Anton fill the holes with gem squash here at the top.
You can look here. This is not the blossom end rot tomato. That's just a normal tomato. We need to
Yeah.
harvest. Oh, that's another.
So this side is 9068 stock ish, and that side is Vienna. I don't know what.
K2.
K2. So
Yeah, then unfortunately, we have again just with this one we can almost eat for the house.
yeah, you could actually open it up.
Yeah,
Woo, can almost eat salad. I am so ready for the salad. Anton, daar's 'n bloedrooi een.
there's actually a few blood red ones here. I'm sure if you go take them and you cut off the blossom. You see, look, for me and you, it's not a problem eating this because if you cut that section that's off, you still have a
It just
perfect
goes
tomato.
rotten very fast.
So
Usually I do take the blossom and rotten, the stung ones and etc. So to make sauces and preserve it, then I don't feel like it's such a big waste. But yeah, so today they finished cleaning this bed, and then tomorrow they will start with the butternuts again. There is some butternuts, but again we didn't buy the expensive hybrid seed. We just bought the open pollinated variety, and unfortunately we pay for for that.
you must also remember this is we didn't put poles or any fencing in to lift the tomatoes up, so some of them have actually started laying down
Yeah.
already. So
So I will put in a few clips that I think I still have of where the water was, and then all these tomatoes, the empty spots that you see drowned, it just drowned. And so what did you do when they all drowned? What was your plan? Because you immediately had a backup
I
plan.
just took watermelon seed and planted some watermelon seeds.
So everywhere where you don't see tomatoes, you'll see watermelons coming. Again, also not hybrid seed. We just couldn't afford 4 beds of hybrid seed.
Yes, no, this row is actually I think fully sown.
But only two.
But I think about 2 or 3 days after I've sown, there was a big storm again or a big rain, and I think some of that seed went rotten.
Yeah. So all these grasses are going to the compost heap. I actually think you should start a new compost heap.
There's enough grass for the new compost heap.
Yeah.
And then the sunflowers are actually being brilliant.
And yeah, so also when we transplanted, we had obviously some plants always die when you transplant from shock. So these are these big mammoth size sunflower heads. You can see by the way it's growing. It's a big variety. So I love sunflower seed on bread when we bake it. And also for my chickens. Are you throwing him a tomato now? Just don't teach him to steal the tomatoes. So let's go. We are already 12 minutes in. So all this is my gem squashes. Hopefully we get something to eat. So I think they did okay. You can see all these piles of grasses. So that will make beautiful compost.
It will.
So do we first want to show them the butternuts?
I don't think there's. Well, we can try and show them.
Well, there's not much to see. They're not doing brilliantly. But, I mean, something is better than nothing. And right now we need funds to move, so.
There's some nice ones. I mean, this one is still green. Growing.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm not gonna go in here because I'm allergic to the grass and I really don't feel like going to the hospital, and I've just finished all my steroids for the allergies and autoimmune disease. So I'm not going in and aggravating it. I need to survive. It's not fun surviving without medicine, and that helps, but it's also not good for you. So, but yeah, so all these piles are gonna become our compost. We can't give it to the cattle. They have enough grass. There's Manuel.
It's not just that, we do spray pesticides.
Yeah, so unfortunately you can't farm without pesticide here, so you haven't sprayed a lot. But we do have bullworm, so
This is the watermelons.
yeah.
They're still young. They're about 3 or 4 weeks old now.
Okay. So
Are
I'll
you gonna continue? I'm just
I'll,
gonna go help Manu.
I'll continue. Just bring me some water if you don't mind. So yeah. We've been struggling with this bed of the watermelons. It's just they're not getting ahead of the grass. So Anton said he doesn't want to plant again without the white plastic. Nothing. If he can't plant with plastic, he doesn't want to plant. For us, so far, it's made a tremendous difference. I mean, you can see here. You can see here. Where the holes were, all these tomatoes, where the empty holes are, died. So, from the water. Like, we have drainage, but I don't think they had enough. But the water was up to here. Then you're gonna see the road up to the fence. So there was no more anywhere for the water to run. So this is a Vienna field, and this still needs to be put into the compost, because we are trying to make as much compost for fortress as we can to put something into that earth, because it's never been planted ever. So yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys. Unfortunately, we can't get it. We want to buy a tiny cultivator with this harvest, so it's easier to contain not contain, to, yeah, I guess contain this grass needs to just get rid of it in the field. So this is the remnants of drowned tomato plants, and you can see the difference. And we have some watermelons here as well. So Anton loves these watermelons. Me too, but yeah, these days I need to avoid sugar as much as I can. It's not good for me. Gives me a flare up, but I mean, this is not bad. This is not bad. So that gives you guys an update of the fields. We have had so much rain. People have lost all their crops. And we are fortunate to only have lost 20 to 25%. I don't know what's going to happen here. You can see those grasses are just relentless. So as soon as the brush cutter is fixed, then we can start harvesting the grasses as well. Then I can walk outside again. But the other issue that we are having right now in is lumpy skin disease in northern Namibia. Well, as far as I understand, the whole Namibia. And so we've been monitoring our cattle every day, checking them as many times as they come near us. We did manage to buy medicine, antibiotics and everything to treat them if they do get sick. We're praying that they won't get sick. We haven't been able to get hold of the vaccine. There is none in South Africa, none in Namibia. They have an outbreak now in Botswana and South Africa as well. So we are on a list of the next medicines coming in. And they will contact us. It's not just our herd that will be vaccinated from that vaccine. It's one of our friends and our headman's cattle. We are waiting for it, and it's been a struggle. It's been, I don't know where the people were getting their medicine from, but unfortunately we can't. So we have to buy 20 mils, and the dosage is 1 mil. So we have to buy a 20 mil bottle, which I think is over $600. I don't know if the price would be going up now with the next lot coming in. And I mean, we're going to use 3 mils for 3 cattle because we sold Aspen because he was too naughty. He kept jumping the fences, breaking the fences, jumping the poles, and he needs to go work. So we needed some money. He needed to go work somewhere else. We have our girls pregnant again anyway, so they will calf in September, October. And he was also still drinking milk from Orchid, and we couldn't get him weaned. And he could cause her to abort. So it's not worth it. We paid for the bull to come and impregnate her. And so I'm telling everybody about Aspen being sold and lumpy skin. But I think I'm done.
Okay. Now I think we must prepare for a bit of rain.
I think there's a storm brewing.
Looks like it.
It's beautiful. The beautiful warning. And Manuel went shopping for me today.
Alright, thank you, Manu. Die hoek is definitely 'n probleem. Jy kan sien hy het omtrent seker tot hier. Jy kan voel onder die voete, hy het omtrent tot hier so opgestoot. So dis verby die papaya bome so. Maar jy kan sien dis amper asof hier 'n dippie is hierso. En hier lê nou nog baie water hier teen die draad, by die draad. So ja, ek dink hier gaan ons eerstens met grond aanry, maar verder lyk dit eintlik alright. Drade lyk fyn. Daar's net die een draad wat bietjie hang. Maar ek wil net op baie hoek waar daar so baie water is kom. Om te sien hoe dit daar lyk. Maar ja, so ek sê, is nou net hierdie hoek wat my bietjie pla. Maar ek sweer dit het al klaar. Ons grond het al klaar begin lig. Dit wat toegespan is. Dis maar net ietsie wat vir my interessant is, ja. Omtrent, ja, okay, hier is die probleem. Hier is water. Hier is water. Ek loop nou waar hy nou al weggesak het. So hierdie hoek gaan ons moet uitsorteer. Goed. Definitely moet uitsorteer. Ja, kyk al hierdie parasle net. Weet jy of julle kan sien op die video nie? Maar dis nou so nie 'n groot gedeelte van die land wat onder water is nie. Ja, so meer die hoekie hierso. Omtrent so is water. Maar soos ek sê, dis baie water. Hier is 'n Manu, maak net gou daar so 'n bietjie weier. Ons het hom so 'n bietjie nou daarso of nie mooi reg het nie, maar daar kan jy sien eerste lyn al klaar gedoen. Hy gaan nou hierdie lyn afbou. As daai eerste lyntjie is nou al klaar gedoen. En van daar is die skaar reg deur gegrou en gedoen. So that's it. Today me and Manu came through to Fortress and we started building on the cottage, the office, whatever you want to call it. He's gonna finish up now and then we'll come back next week to finish the rest of the work. As you can see, the grass is growing nicely here. Plants are not looking too bad. We did lose the rosemaries. That one and that one I think might make it, but the rest of them are, or even maybe this one here, aren't looking too brilliant, but we'll see. You can see there's a lot of water. The trees are looking good. Look at all these frogs. I wonder if you can see them. Unfortunately, they also took a bit of a hammering with all the water. But everything else looks fine. Everything else looks good. That building, nothing's happened there. But like I said, we've been busy with this one. If we can get this one finished, then we can maybe move here quicker. But yeah, so we've been busy here today. Okay, hier is die vierhuis in land. Is nie hulle ook so 'n bietjie, ek dink hulle het hier gedruk om by die gras uit te kom. En aan hierdie kant, en hulle ook nou, as ons nou reg maak gou. Want hulle hierdie stuk draad was laag, hy was tot daar gewees. So, en dan het hulle hierdie Indian berry geëet. Maar ek sien die vyeboom het almal nuwe uitloop so. Hy sal ook binnekort begin uit nog blare maak weer. Okay, ja, hier is alles in 'n kort video's, maar hier sien jy die water. Papayabome staan nou in die water. Daar's bougainvillea. Lyk amper vir my of die water nog opgestoot het. Daar's daai Washington palm. Daar's daai dadel. Hierdie is alles hier so is onder water. Ek weet nie, dalk het dit nie opgestoot nie. Maar ja, die frangipani en die pineapple is onder water. Hierdie is alles hier is onder water. Die roosmaryne wat ek gedink het dit gaan maak, het sal dit ons seker nie maak nie. So. Hier loop ek in water. Daar's water, daar's water. Al hierdie is in water. Ek staan nou hier in jou groentetuin. In die water. Ek dink die beste plek gaan letterlik nog steeds net hier so wees. Eider hier. Of as jy kyk. Daar in die middel van die land. As dit rokkel, ek sal nou so toe stap. Waar jy ook hier kan sit. En ons is 'n bietjie verder weg van die cottage af, maar nie te ver nie so. Maar dis die twee korre waar jy dit gaan kan sit. Ja, hier is die ander kor wat ek van gepraat het. Ek jou nou net gewys het op daai video. So ja. Hy is ook terug, maar dis nou weer naby aan daai. Maar dis miskien amper weer daar in die hoek waar jy om wou gehad het. Maar ja, dis die twee plekke waar ons dit kan sit waar dit al klaar redelik uit die water uit is. En hierdie stukkie is ook uit die water, maar hy loop interessant so al om daai bome. So hierdie stukkie is bietjie, en jy kan sien die grond is redelik droog. So as ons hom net 'n bietjie lig, dan sal ons fyn wees. Die Washington palms, hulle is ook uitgeplant. Ek nou hierdie stukkie bietjie skoon geskoffel vandag. Daar's daai ene tyd is nou besig om dit nat te maak. Titus, just give these 3 trees water as well, please, né? En die bougainvillea. So ja. Al hierso is die custard-appel. Die een dadel. Ek het hom op die verkeerde plek geplant. Hy moes eintlik hier gekom het. Ek is stupid geweest. Oh, wat. Daar is die ander dadel. Daar is die krouton. Ja, ek sal nou vir jou die res wys. Lekker grasies wat ek moet kom sny. So ja, hulle lyk nie verlep eintlik nie. Eintlik lyk hulle almal heel goed. 'n Paal geplant. Hierdie ene reg opgetrek. Daar's nou 'n draad wat daaroor gespan is om hom ook die lyn stewiger te hou. En dan is die lyn nou reg. Ons het daar. Hierso waar hulle oorgespring het, 2 pale ingesit. Daar is die enetjie, draad is reg gemaak. En daar is die ander enetjie. So ja, lyk alles beter. Volgende lyn is gedoen. Deure is in. Deure is in. Vensters is uitgemeet. So. Okay, jy gaan nou nie van hierdie kant van die stoepie af kan inkom nie, maar jy op die stoepie en die deur in. En dan as jy deur na die badkamer toe. So, ons kan as die water al is die water hier en ons het gelig. As ons op ons bistro sit, stalletjie sit, is dit die view wat ons kan het. En ja, jy sal as hierdie boom afgesny is, sal jy die beeste se hok is ons om daarby ook kan sien. So ja, hopelik. That's it. Hello.
From the farmer.
Hello from the blessed farmer. So here we were discussing plastic mulching and test that we were doing on it. And here's now an example. You'll see you'll try and see here's 2 lines of tomatoes here that does not have plastic mulching on. And you can see how the grass is taken over.
Which we always have this problem this time of the year, except a few vlogs ago. What was it? 2-3 vlogs ago, I said, oh, it's gonna be a dry year, and we've never had this much rain ever. So I'll be careful what I say in future.
And then here you can see again, here's 2 lines that has plastic mulching on. Although there is grass in between the lines, you can see the tomatoes are quite clean.
And we have watermelons. That cow is making problems. She's breaking our fences. Phoenix he's not sure what he's supposed to be doing. Phoenix is still being trained, but oh my goodness, he can be brutal on the plants. Sometimes he runs through the tomatoes and you just see tomatoes flying, and I'm thinking, how many kilograms is he wasting now? I feel like doing something to him, but he's still a puppy. He's only a year old. Well, maybe more than a year now.
Yeah, he's a bit more than a year old.
So, well, that
we have some
bollworm damage. But, I mean, compared to what the mango fields are experiencing, I'm feeling very grateful about the small amount of bollworm we have.
Bollworm, they got armyworm problems.
We got bollworm, they got armyworm.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go too far in after you there.
No, I think you can't really go too far in anyone because you're allergic to the grass. I'm actually just checking if I can see any tomatoes changing color because
We are close to that time now.
we're not too far from harvest anymore.
Here's some mean tomatoes in here. Anton weighed a tomato and it's not even that big. And it weighed 140 grams. You know, this bed we have actually good plants, healthy plants, good fruit, big fruit. But this is a Vienna, which we tried before and it didn't do so well in the summer. But in the rain season, it really flourishing in the rain season. I have to say, no diseases here. There at the bottom where there's a lot of water is some diseases, but
I think that's the big thing is the diseases comes from
the
all
water.
the water that
Yeah. But I mean, the plants aren't. You don't get a flood variety, flood resistant variety. You try and buy a seed that is disease resistant, but it only helps so much with all the rain. But I mean, I'm seeing bunches and bunches of tomatoes, and the 9068 is just not keeping up with these plants. Honestly, I almost feel like the 9068 is going to show a loss.
No, it won't.
Well, I feel like it is. There are some big tomatoes. That one is what? Hail damage. Tuta. Is that dead or is it new?
Looks like old.
Old.
It's going black already.
Okay.
So that's why it's gone ripe.
Yeah. It needs to have been stung about a week ago to be able to go red. Voor jou is aan die regterkant voor jou so 'n meter en 'n half op met die lyn. Op. Noord. So me and Anton always argue. I say that's the top of the line because that's north and he says that's the top of the line and that's south. So I feel like if you live in the northern hemisphere, maybe you can go down, but here in the southern hemisphere, north is still up.
I'm not going according to north and south. I'm going to the slope of
the slope, that's lower.
Yeah, so that's down.
That's up. Whatever. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys the difference between the grass and the plastic. We didn't stake our tomatoes. We just don't have the money for it. But the plastic is doing very well. It's even at the bottom, there isn't any rotten tomatoes. The plastic is protecting the plants quite well, and you know, to stake it up costs a lot of money.
It's a lot of time and a lot of money.
So I took a bath to come work in the garden on Saturday night. How do you know you're a farmer? When you're just busy pulling weeds on a Saturday night after you had a bath. Anyway, is there something else you wanted to say?
No, I think that's it.
Mararapo! Noah?
Yeah, no, I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else. We're waiting for these watermelons to get ready.
Yeah, there's some nice. There was a snake here. Try to see there's a snake here.
This is part of, that's why I don't.
Oh my goodness.
I wanted to show the people. This is why I don't like this long variety. You get a lot of them that misformed.
Yeah, that one obviously wasn't pollinated.
Correctly. Cut it up and throw it to the kettle just now.
Yeah, so look at the grass. And hopefully our brush cutter will be back next week. So apparently Manuel is also very anxious to clean these tomatoes. It's also freaking him out.
It's freaking us all out, yeah.
So let's see. Show them that nice watermelon over there.
Yeah, that's one here. There's one.
And there's one.
There's one.
And there's one.
There's one.
Here's one. There's one. There's one. There is one. And look at how healthy these leaves on these watermelons are still. And yeah, this is now. we
People
got
ask us why we have
plastic
and why we had failed crops. This is the reason why we had failed crops.
every year this time of the year. We took a risk.
We took a risk.
But I think it paid off.
I think the plastic paid off and is working.
I mean, we went from 40 and upwards to rain non-stop. And a lot of people said, don't put the plastic because it will make the plants rot. Yes, there is some areas that the plants did rot, but I don't think it was because of the plastic.
No, I don't think it was because of plastic.
Maybe it was the ankle deep water. And I mean, our field is sloped down. Then we have drainage points there, but the water was to the fence. So it had nowhere to drain anymore. Why did you do that?
To see how hard it is. No, when a
For
watermelon is
ourselves.
for ourselves. Normally a watermelon, if you eat it here and it's very ripe, it actually cracks there and it cracks along the watermelon as well. So you just normally eat it like that, or if you eat it nicely, correctly with that, then it will. But it's not. You don't have to eat it hard.
Look at the panna grass again.
Yeah, it's growing
They're
like
taller
crazy.
than us. And we are quite tall. These ones are short. But they were very damaged with the cattle. The cattle really did a number on them. But it's okay, they survived. That's why we planted, for the cattle. Yeah, you can maybe tell about that. Here in the north we have the lumpy skin outbreak.
Yes, now we've got a lumpy skin outbreak here in the north.
Look at that Meme, she's
Walking in the water.
very brave.
Walking in the pan.
Yeah, in the Oceana. Oceana, what is it correct?
Yeah, we call it the pan.
Yeah, no, they call it an Oceana.
They call it the Oshana, yeah. We call it the pan.
No, Manu is trying to keep up with the grass by the watermelons as well. Not doing too badly.
Well, next planting, hopefully we'll have plastic on the watermelons as well.
Yeah.
On all the beds.
Even if we have to maybe take a trip to Windhoek ourselves with a bus, it sounds fun. I haven't felt like going anywhere for years, honestly. It felt like a dreadful thought to go somewhere. But these last 2 weeks, I've been feeling like I need a break.
I mean, even on the 9068, I mean, this is a nice sized tomato.
Yes.
And there's a lot
There are some huge tomatoes.
some huge sunflowers as well.
Yeah, but Walter gave me that seed and they are, look at that one. That one must be very tall. At least 2.5 meters.
192.
That one is taller than you.
And
I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Oh, I'm 192. It's taller than you. Oh, I'm so funny. Yeah, I could go in here and show you all the watermelons, but I know they are not ready. I know there's one. Ah, okay. They are gonna be huge. So this is also Anton. I think this one is huger. Is that a word? Huger. And I. But we know they are not ready. And where's our James squash? I'm leaving that. We sowed James squash in between the tomatoes. And I said to Anton, we're gonna have James squashes the size of soccer balls, and I have to say, I'm not sure. I do know they also go yellow. I think we need to let it go yellow before we can pick it for seed.
Yeah.
So that it's fully ripened. But yeah, we had hail. Did we say that? Have we said that?
I don't think
So we had like how many millimeters of rain in 2 weeks?
so.
Like almost 300.
Yeah.
300 millimeters of rain in 2 weeks. Then we had hail the size of my nail.
Yes.
Size of my nail. Or right now the size of Anton's head. It's about
Yeah, then
20-cent piece.
that's
Yeah, so we have hail damage. We have blossom and rot. We have plain and simple rot. But yeah, we're not giving up on our harvest yet. I will be devastated if we can't. Don't teach him to eat green tomatoes. So there's a Jimmy coming. Blossom and rot.
that's just a rotten.
Yeah, so see, the here is irrigation, a drainage ditch. So that's what we really want to buy an implement that can assist with all this. So yeah, they've been cleaning all the blossom and rot, trying to keep up. You can see back there, there's a lot of, they're about halfway. Okay, so what, 2.5 meters? So yeah, I wanted sunflowers for my chickens and for the house. I've discovered that I really have a liking toward
Sunflower.
bread with sunflower seed on top. So yeah, I mean, look at this tomato. Probably by the time this video comes out, that tomato will be harvested and sold because I'm so behind. Not my fault. No,
Catching up.
not my fault. It's actually telecom.
Yeah, like we said in the previous video with the internet service that's been.
Yeah, so this tomato looks like it's simply split open and healed itself from all the rain. But yeah, there's harvest to be had. The butternuts are not doing great at all. I think we are just cleaning here now so we can let it ripen what is there and we can prepare it for the next planting. Nee, ek weet nie. I did it! Ow! I've been suffering from a flare-up. Yeah. A flare-up in my joints. Autoimmune. We don't know which one yet, but we do know it's something. And we have to harvest so we can get the test. I think this one is ready. I think you guys better get on and get hurrying up with all this. Maybe bring in some memes to clean.
Well, Monday morning we'll first clean these tomatoes, then we'll go on.
Yeah, I think the harvest is
Even so grab.
the harvest is imminent. This can be sold or eaten. This is perfect for the mataras. I mean, if you had to give the hippo a basket full of these tomatoes, she'd complain because they are too big.
Yeah, she'll take ones like this.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is probably just a walk and talk video because yeah, now you can start seeing all the blossoming drought, but this area was extremely affected by all the water. But look at how it's flowering. So we still have some hope. Now we are gonna probably be planting and harvesting here till the end of the year because we need the money to build and move. So and unless we decide to do another year. But there is some big boys in here. So I hope nobody's gonna ask me whether I know a tomato is male or female because now I don't know. I'm gonna say they must be hermaphrodites because tomatoes can be self-pollinating.
Tomatoes are self-pollinating.
I'm excited about all my gem squash. I don't think I'll be eating them all. I think we'll probably be selling some. But I don't know if the people around here know what it is. But we'll teach them if they don't. But I mean, look at this. It's just taking over. Anyway.
3, 4. Yeah. So, in any case.
And this was a packet of stock here. Gem squash seed. Nothing fancy. But I think we're gonna get a lot of money from it. I hope my hand recovers. So there you go, sir. I think you can start selling on Monday. Gonna have to look carefully, but
Yeah, I think we can start selling packets from here.
yeah. Hey, next Pipidani.
Langs my.
He has a tendency to urinate on everything, so I don't feel comfortable picking and eating in the garden anymore. Anyway, as the sun is setting on a Saturday, and you can see the progress of our moving campaign. I think Anton is gonna share a photo with some people now on his WhatsApp group, his farmers group. One of the few people that still has tomatoes in the field. So now you see our digital marketing plan.
Well, it's not all digital marketing plan, but yeah.
Anyway, are you gonna come to me?
Yeah, I'm on my way.
So let's give them a nice sunset. Hot and sweaty we are.
So from me, Anton.
And Lynette.
We love you. God bless and goodbye.
Bye.